Hey there, brilliant people. So you may have heard me talk sometimes about systems thinking. So in order to help you understand what that means a little bit more today, I'm going to talk about the 3 levels of thinking. And particularly how understanding these 3 levels of thinking, they help us be more effective at making decisions. Okay. So the first level of thinking is essentially we get aware, we look at a choice or, something that we need to do. We look at our options and we just look at all the different options and we just choose whichever feels like the best option. Now, of course, if that's all that we are aware of, that is what we're going to do. So sometimes you might have heard people talk about how immature or young people tend to sort of go for immediate gratification. But if you think about it, if all that you're aware of is the immediate options, of course you're going to choose whichever seems to be the best in that moment, because that's what we do when all that we can do is first level thinking. So so first level thinking is just looking at the options. But the second level of thinking is a little bit deeper and a little bit more effective, because we look at all of our options and then we look at, well, what are the consequences of each of those options? So it's more effective because it enables us to look a little bit further down the road. We are actually able to go to navigate a little bit more effectively, because we actually are developing an understanding of what we do and how that creates consequences. Now, so that's second level thinking. So first level thinking is the options, second level thinking is the consequences, and the third level of thinking is actually learning to manage those consequences. Because sometimes, in fact, often, when we look at the consequences, they may not be exactly what we're looking for. But see, the truth is, in life, nothing in life is really just, created from a single factor. Most things in life are multifactorial. Now, what does that mean? It means that most things, there are several ingredients that go into creating that outcome. So when we can do third level thinking, we're actually able to bring in more of these other factors to kind of minimize any negative or downside consequence and maximize any positive or upside consequence. And it's that, so systems thinking is a type of third level thinking. And really what it means is that you're kind of, systems thinking is you're doing that third level thinking pretty much constantly, so that you can constantly correct until you create the outcome that you're after. But it does mean that you're looking at multiple factors most of the time. So there you are. There's the 3 levels of thinking. The first is the options, the second is consequences, and third is actually using multiple factors in order to manage those consequences. So do your best to manage your consequences, because then, as always, you'll be brilliant.